Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Buforge Tax Preparation, Bravos Restaurant Bar, Casa Santonieta en Guilapa, El Rey Bar and Grill PV, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Monzon Brewing Company, Owners Reps Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, PV Dental Avant-Garde, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook and also on YouTube. It's a pleasure to see you today. It is Thursday, the 23rd, and I'm so happy to be here. And I see some of you are already here. This is absolutely wonderful. It's beautiful out. It is beautiful, and it is a perfect day to share some news. So I'm going to get comfortable. I hope you are comfortable already. I'm hoping that you've grabbed your favorite beverage, and we might as well get going with what we have. This is something that makes me a little sad. After it was reported 5 months ago that a pine tree located on the grounds of the Nuestra Señora de la Paz Church in Bucerías was at risk of being cut down, the tree was finally felled early Tuesday morning by those building the new parish church. Neighbors and business owners described the act as a cruel ecocide, as the felling took place at night while everybody was asleep. It's worth noting that at the end of June, the municipal government did report that the tree posed a potential risk due to its leaning. Therefore, municipal and state civil protection would conduct assessments to determine whether it should be conserved or transplanted. And at that time, it was assured that the pine tree would not be disturbed until an official report was received justifying its relocation or, if necessary, its permanent preservation. Did that report come forth? Was it shared with the public? Apparently not. No formal document or authorization has been released, so this continues to fuel the outrage of local residents in Bucerías. So, for all I know, there was a permit and they just didn't clarify, or for all we know, this is another example of the government not explaining itself. One way or another, it is unfortunate that this hasn't been clarified, and hopefully in the near future, authorities will explain exactly what went on. In other news, Mayor Munguía here in Puerto Vallarta has been challenged with accusations of nepotism. The mayor of Puerto Vallarta, however, denied these allegations of irregularly hiring at CEAPAL and defending the transparency of his administration. Munguía clarified that his office has no influence or relationship with the office of CEAPAL and their hiring policies, as it is a decentralized public agency. So if CEAPAL hires somebody that is related to somebody working at City Hall, that is perfectly okay according to the law. This next bit of news made me very happy. Let me set it up. You may remember that a few months ago, we discovered that the administration, and it was the previous administration, I suppose, was considering building parks, nature parks around Agua Azul, and I'll show you where Agua Azul is located in a moment. And this initiative continues to move forward. The creation of more ecological and recreational parks that promote environmental conservation. And the project in Agua Azul seeks to transform an abandoned natural environment into an ecological zone with trails and outdoor spaces without affecting the natural balance or conditions of the area. In case you're wondering where Agua Azul is located, if you're coming down from the Libramiento, you're going through the big tunnel and you come out as you're heading north. And here is Agua Azul. Here is the El Salto waterfall. We've walked there before. And this is all an undeveloped natural area that would be very easy to access if the government moves forward and creates a public park in the location. So I'm excited about this. And of course, look who's coming, the Jolly Roger, the beautifully named vessel, the so called sister of the Marigalante, which sank early this month, has finally concluded operations in Cancún, Quintana Roo, and is now preparing to arrive in Puerto Vallarta to delight tourists and locals alike. The vessel, of course, is notable for its classic design. It is a replica of the Christopher Columbus's Santa Maria, and it stopped operations just 3 days ago in the Yucatan Peninsula. Will cross the Panama Canal, and it is expected to arrive here in Puerto Vallarta by Christmas time. And this is the first block of news that I have prepared for you. Let us take a quick look at the weather just to see what's going on out there. Boom, 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 boom. I hear you like pumpkin, so I put some pumpkin spice creamer inside your pumpkin spice latte. Okay, well, I suppose it's a craving. And we described those with the word antojo not too long ago. It is 31 degrees right now. Humidity is at 74, and our weather forecast tells us that we can expect partly cloudy skies today with thunderstorms in the afternoon, but only a chance of rain of 15%, a high of 33, and a low of 25. Then tomorrow will be a humid day with mostly cloudy skies, a chance of rain of only 10%, a high of 33, and a low of 24. What's up with these 30s? I don't like that. And then on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with mostly clear skies in the afternoon, only a 2% chance of rain, a high temperature of 33 and a low temperature of 23. And here I was thinking that we would start slowly moving into the upper 20s, and apparently it's not happening just yet. Moving right along, we have email to respond to. I got a lovely message from Felix, who said, "Hi, Paco. I believe at one point you said you made a walking tour of Versalles. Do you still have something like that? I plan to explore during my upcoming holiday trip to Puerto Vallarta." Well, the good news, Felix, is that we do. All the walking tours, or most of the walking tours that we have produced, live on a beautiful playlist on YouTube. So I will not only be happy to share the playlist in the show notes today, but I will look for the specific Versalles walking tours so that you can find them without much complication. I'll be happy to put that information in the show notes today. But do keep in mind that whenever you feel curious, you can always explore not only the Coffee and Headlines playlist on my YouTube channel, but also the Spotlight playlist if you want to explore some of the previous interviews that we've produced, and also the walking tours and the walk arounds. They all have specific playlists. Moving right along, the fourth annual Isla de los Muertos Festival is gaining traction. I picked up this more specific and more detailed article on Banderas News, where we find out that this is a great celebration of culture, creativity, and community, open to the public and perfect for all ages. And there's going to be all kinds of fun live entertainment. Isla de los Muertos Festival returns on November 1st. I cannot think of a better setting in town to enjoy Day of the Dead. And if you want more details, you can read this wonderful article published by Banderas News. You will find it in the show notes today. And Galleria Dante is presenting a Meet the Artist Night coming up. This is one of those wonderful events that Galleria Dante puts together, in which they invite some of their own artists to not only be present during a specific event, but they are actually creating a new work as you visit the gallery. This time around, the main gallery will feature a special show by Ricardo Sanchez Corona. You're looking at his work on the screen. He's an accomplished Mexican indigenous artist who grew up in Xochimilco, where he developed an early appreciation for the subtle details and colors of his surroundings, which now influence his art. He will be at Galleria Dante on October 31st from 6 to 9, where he will unveil his annual Dia de los Muertos collection, showcasing 12 new watercolor paintings alongside a live demonstration. And speaking of Day of the Dead, my heart is just bursting with humble gratitude because I have come to find out that there is only one seat left for the two presentations that we'll have of my Day of the Dead, unpacking Mexico's favorite traditional celebration. Tómala. I am incredibly, incredibly grateful for the support that these presentations have received, and I can't wait to get there. But before we get there, we have Rocky Horror, and that happens today, and it's going to be delicious. Take a look.
It's just a jump to the left and a step to the right. But behind those lyrics lies one of the strangest journeys in musical theatre history. Born in a tiny London theatre in 1973, dismissed as too weird, too camp, too outrageous, then resurrected as a midnight movie, and boom, a cult phenomenon was born. Fishnets, glitter, toast, and audiences who didn't just watch the show, they became part of it. For 50 years, the Rocky Horror Show has defied rules, bent genders, and turned science fiction B-movies into rock and roll magic. And now, music storyteller Paco Ojeda takes you on a wild ride through the songs, the scandals, and the sheer fabulousness of it all. So, dust off your corsets, polish your pearls, and remember, don't dream it, be it. The date is on Thursday, October 23rd at 5 p.m. at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work. Tickets are 300 pesitos per person, available at the front desk.
Yeah.
Before she was the queen of salsa, she was a young Cuban woman with a dream.
Wait a second. No. Stop the presses. We don't want to do Queen of Salsa today. We want to do Chit Chat. Yes, let's see what we have this morning. I see lots of good mornings as always. Thank you very much. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's sad news about that tree. And it's sad news, again, that the government is apparently, I could be wrong, but, you'd think somebody would have the initiative to, let people know what's going on, especially when things are of a delicate nature. But what do I know? Well, Mary, that's what it was called. That's what it's called, Jolly Roger. I sure hope that by the time it arrives in Puerto Vallarta, they will have come up with a more suitable name, of course. That's just my personal opinion. Yes, Jolly Roger are the name of candies in the USA. Hopefully they change the name to something wonderful and culturally relevant. Monish, yes, it is so good to read you. How are you? Are you recovering from your wonderful event? I certainly hope so. Sonia says, good morning, Paco. We have never met, but I watch your show weekly. Yay. I have bought a condo here and look forward to spending much of the year here. I am coming to the fun Rocky Horror event tonight with my friend Stan Wagner and hope we can meet in person. Of course we will meet in person because I have to be there to share the knowledge. So, of course we will meet in person. I appreciate the fact that you chime in, Sonia, and thank you very much for your kind words. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Felix. Yes, speak of the devil. Um, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for mentioning the walking tours. And again, I'll be happy to add the links to the show notes. Just check them out after the broadcast. Um, and again, Harold, it is unfortunate that the deed is done. I mean, once you cut a tree, you cannot just perch it back. And I hope that there is some explaining done after what happened. Um, what's the minimum number of participants required to create a new walking tour? Says Monish. I'm not understanding the question, Monish, but I'm going to guess you mean one of two things. If you mean, oh, the throat is failing. If you mean how many people do I need to come with me for me to go out there and walk a walking tour, the answer is zero. I actually don't. Well, I enjoy it, but when I walk with other people, I usually have to worry about the other people, along with worrying about the walking tour. So I very seldom bring people along when I'm doing walking tours, unless they're close friends that can take care of themselves and they're just keeping me company. I don't do those kinds of walking tours. Now, if you're referring to a commissioned walking tour, which I do, you have the choice of saying, Paco, I want to commission a walking tour of this neighborhood because I'm going to move there, or because I want to showcase it, or because I'm just an overall nice person. You can commission one of those. The details are in my Coffee and Headlines page. Last but not least, if you are a business looking for some kind of business walking tour, you can commission me to do one of those. And again, the details are located on the Buy Me a Coffee page. So let me know if that answered your questions. If not, just leave a comment and I will continue to read through what we already have. Let's see. Michael, you remind me of Pizza Joe's Pizza. Michael says, meet the artists are so much fun with Galleria Dante, and now you can go to the third floor for some great pizzas. Yes, I love the thin crust in the pizza that is made at Pizza Joe, because that means you can eat more of it and not feel stuffed, and it's just beautifully prepared. Let's see. Thank you for that, Susan. Thank you for that, Laura. I'm really, really excited about Day of the Dead. And I'm so excited to see that people are excited about it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Queen of Question Laura wonders if the new ship will resume the same agenda. Probably too early to tell. They must have been set back quite a bit. Well, there was nothing wrong with what they were doing before, so I don't think they will have to or want to reinvent the wheel. If it was working fine before, I'm sure they will put better pumping equipment on the vessel just in case. Brian Pfeiffer has a question. Hello, Brian. Did the old pine tree fall, or was it cut? It was cut. It was cut. That beautiful tree was so close to the edge of the massive pit in the ground, its roots might have been disturbed when the deconstruction started. You're absolutely correct. Again, the issue here is the unfortunate lack of public information, which hopefully will be rectified. And speak of the joint, the man himself. Hello, Eric. It is great to read you. I know you're coming into town tomorrow to do a job interview. So I wonder when you arrive, and I wonder if I'm going to see you today at your own hotel for my Day of the Dead, not my Rocky Horror presentation. If so, I look forward to that. Thank you, Joey. It's funny because I saw Joey and his husband for lunch not too long ago, and I chuckled because I recognized, oh, there it is, that green rim or edge. I don't know what to call it, but Joey and I have exactly the same uh, reading glasses. So, yes, there we go. Let's see what else. Monish meant I meant the second, of course, and the third also. I will send you the links from Buy Me a Coffee website, Monish, if you want to consider any one of those. Trudy asks, I use a walker. Is it only stairs at Pizza Joe's? The answer is no. They have an elevator. But just to be on the safe side, Trudy, I would call ahead and make sure that the elevator is working. Not that I think it might not, but it would save you the disappointment of getting there and finding out that the elevator is not working for whatever reason. And this brings me to the end of today. It's time to wrap things up, but not without thanking you for being part of this community, thanking you for supporting everything we bring to the table, thanking you for sharing, subscribing, and forwarding what we put on social media and everywhere out there. And I hope to see you this afternoon for some Rocky Horror rockiness, some free wine, by the way. And if I don't see you this afternoon, I'll see you tomorrow morning for more coffee, headlines, and stories. Have a good day.